Change. Окей, так, вот тут слайд виден, да? Yep, good?
Yep.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome speakers, welcome everyone for our today's Tea with Peer Advisor session. Today's topic is your studies and career, what to consider, what do employers look in fresh graduates, and maybe the most important question is like, is the GPA the most important, right? And so today we have amazing speakers, which I'm very lucky to know, like personally. It's Assem and Aizhan. Okay, so here I'm just gonna give them a stage, let's say, and let's just introduce yourselves. Okay, so first you can go, Assem.
Hello, everyone. I'm senior fourth year undergraduate student. My name is Assem. My major is computer science. And what else?
Okay, and you can mention the club you've been into.
Yeah, so I'm actually from the first year in CDF club that you may all know by warm winter projects, mentoring projects, and so on. I was the coordinator of the mentoring project. I also have been an intern in Google this summer, and all other different like Kazakhstani internships, like DAR company, what was that? Also Method Pro, if you may know. And yeah, I think that's
good.
all.
Thank you. And now, what about you, Aizhan?
Hello, everyone. My name is Aizhan. I am a third year PSAR student. Regarding my experience at a new social life, I've been in many clubs actually from my foundation year. Currently, I'm the member of 2 clubs. At a new Lift, I am president, and at a new Awards, I'm the member of organizational committee. Regarding the outside experience, I've had 4 internships at international companies as well as Kazakhstani companies, mostly in the sphere of startups and like startup building sphere, like BTS Digital, Six Stars, and at the well-known woman empowering startup Wonder Woman. And currently I am research assistant at remote research assistant at the University of Cambridge. That's all. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Okay, so here as an introductory section, I'd like us to play a game so we can break the ice, right? So here the name code is Have You Ever? So you need to hold up your, I would say 6 fingers, and whenever I ask a question, and if you have done this thing, you need to fold it, okay? So first question is, have you ever missed a deadline? Good, okay. So here, when was it and which subject was it? Maybe like we can start from Assem.
Oh, okay. So my last deadline was actually a midterm.
You missed it?
Yeah, it happens. So it was for astrophysics course. Actually, it was really accidentally, and I just overslept because I was studying all night and didn't manage to wake up at time. Yeah, but it is okay.
Yes. What about you, Aizhan?
Actually, that happens a lot, but of course with minor assignments. I think the most larger assignment that I have missed is for rhetorics, which counted for 5%. My
Nice.
freshman year.
Good. I remember one time, like in foundation, I think Kasım warned us about this. So whenever you study all night, right, don't ever go to sleep because it's not sleep, it will be like coma for you. So yes, that's a bit funny. But way to
Learning it hard way.
Good. Okay. So next question. Have you ever withdraw or drop from the course? I think I see a finger in Aizhan. What about you, Assem? I didn't catch that. Oh yeah, good. Okay. Can you tell me a bit about it? So like, what was the course and what was the reason? Like, when it's okay to do so. Also. You can start, Assem.
Okay, so I have withdrawn from a course. It was Turkish language. I wanted to take language course as an elective, but after only I have taken it, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks into the semester, I discovered that I cannot take language courses as an electives, as HSS electives. So we are only allowed to take as such PLS and anthropology, I think, only several ones of them, but not language courses. So it turns out that I was taking it for nothing, just like bonus credits it would be like bonus credits for me, but that wouldn't count for my graduation. So, and it also turned out that the course was a little harder than I expected, so I just withdrew from it. Yeah. So always double check every time when you're taking a course.
Nice. What about you, Aizhan?
I have not withdrawn any courses so far, but by dropping, you mean like dropping courses on the first weeks of semester, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot. Like you take courses, you see the syllabus, you see the prof, how they organize the course. So I have dropped like so many courses.
Good. Okay. So next question. Have you ever declined a job offer? Wow, good. Both of you have. Okay, what was the job and why did you decline it? You can start with you, Assem or Aizhan, like whoever is ready to answer.
Okay, so I think it was this year during fall. I just came from my internship. I just got into my studies, like started paying more attention to it, and I needed to relax a bit from all the experience and so on. So and during that time, someone reached out to me on LinkedIn and like proposed a position, and I declined because at that time I was not ready to start a new different experience, like different position and so on. So I thought that I would decline the how to say
offer. Yes.
offer. Yeah.
Good. What about you, Aizhan? What was your experience?
I think last semester, some startup offered me the position of communications manager. The startup is kind of well known, but and the name of the position also sounded good for me. But when I went to talk with them, I realized that actually the position they were offering, the job itself, was kind of boring, and it was kind of the thing that I knew how to do, and I would have not grown at this position during that job, which I already knew how to do, and I thought a lot, and yeah, I declined it.
Good. It's actually, fascinating for me to reach the position when you can like say no to things, because like, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in my first year, I used to say like yes to everything that came in my way just because like I needed experience and everything. But it's very good that you both are in a place when you can, like, your words, and that you're not ready, let's say, and you can say no, like, without feeling bad even, right? So well done. Okay, next question. Have you ever been in Dean's List? Good. Okay, so have you ever wished you got A+ in the course? No. Okay. Aizhan, what was the course that you really liked, that you wanted to get A+?
I think here is not the case of like much liking, but the case of that I really put an effort in it, but got lower grades than I expected. It was the Kazakh course, actually. I really didn't like it, but I know Kazakh, and I really did my best because it was easy course, but eventually I got B+. And I really don't know why I got that grade, because prof didn't grade all the assignments till the end of the semester and just put all the grades on 1 minute, like, and I didn't have time to talk to the professor about my grades. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pity. Okay, good. Next question. Have you ever missed an event from your favorite university club? What was the event, Assem?
I'm not sure if it's from the club or not, but I have missed so many. Actually, I haven't been to any like acoustic nights in our university. Usually it was before the pandemics, it was usually because of the deadlines that I had just right at that time, or maybe midterms coming up that time. But this year I couldn't just register to it. But prior to that, before the pandemics, it was due to like all the assignments and the midterms, and so yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yes, so you're graduating without never being in an acoustic club, right? I hope Acoustic Night will consider doing Acoustic Night only for seniors. I don't know, because I think many of you have missed this chance, really. And like, I didn't see your hand, Aizhan. What about you? Have you ever missed an event, like, from your favorite club?
No, actually, yes. And I think one of the major events for our university was HK, which is also very well known. And I was on my foundation year at that time, and I didn't really realize that it was such a big event, such an honorable event, and just didn't apply my application to be in the organizational committee, and just missed this opportunity. And I regret it a lot.
Got it. I think it was like when I was in my first year, I volunteered, like I just volunteered there, but I think organization was when we were in foundation, right? Nice. Good. Okay, so we are done with all the questions. How many like fingers you have left? Think one. Good. Good. I think you both have said pretty crazy student life, because you have only one hand left, which means you have done many crazy things. Okay, now it's good. Now we are finished with the game. Now let's go to the main portion of our event, which will be like discussing the questions. So I want us to start right from the beginning. Like, I'm very interested, like, why both of you have chosen your majors, like what came into your head when you, let's say, chose your major, and also have you transferred from another major, and also maybe advice for other students how to choose their majors, and like when to know if it's okay to change it, or when it's not too late to change it. Okay, so I think we can start from knowing the thoughts of Assem.
Okay, so how I chose my major. Actually, it was like kind of out of no choice. Yeah, like computer science was the only major that sounded like interesting to me, because all the other the first thing that I knew, the only thing that I knew actually, was that I'm not going to choose any like social majors like SHSS, and so from all the other like options that I had, I didn't want to go to academics. So that's why like physics, biology, and math and all of that were out of question. And so from all the other lefts, like computer science sounded like the most interesting one, and also with a more, how to say, with lots of opportunities. And so, yeah, that was the reason. And also, I remember once going to a course from ACM Club, like the basics of computer science, and I attended that meeting, that class, and I kind of enjoyed it. So I thought, why not? Like, maybe it will be interesting. So that's why I chose computer science and never came back.
Good. Okay, what about you, Aizhan? What's your story?
Actually, I'm quite emotional person, and I always try to like choose something or do something based on my like intuition, and I think I majorly thought about major which leads to the job that can where I can show off like my best skills. And I think I have like quite diplomatic skills and some negotiating skills, and I'm not the person who can code or be in the laboratory or just I don't know, yeah, some kind of stuff. And I chose PSAI. And on the other hand, politics is kind of interesting for me to learn.
Good, very good. Okay, so I think you're both planning on like continuing your, let's say, career on that major, right? Good. Okay, so another question is, when did you find your first job and what was it? Like preferably if it's like according to your major, if it was according to your major, can you share that experience? We can start with Assem.
Is it necessarily have to be like a job, full-time job, or can it be like an internship or?
Yes, internship.
Okay, so my first ever internship was at coding school, or how like Method Pro. It was after my first year. Actually, when I was in foundation, I have seen someone posting like an advertisement of that event, of that internship. Like, it would be a good experience for the ones who are just interested or who are just starting their career in the computer science field. So I have just like had a glimpse of that, and it's remained in my memory for quite a lot of time. And after my first year, that came into my mind, and I started Googling it. And so just like that, they were just applying, the applications were just being collected. So I applied there with my only knowledge of C and C++, I think. And I thought that I would not make it, but somehow I made it. And that was my first internship there. Yeah, and also I have found my first field, like a path in computer science that I was interested in at that internship. So that was a very good experience for me for exploring different fields and paths in computer science.
Good. Okay, and I would to ask, was it paid or unpaid? So
no, it was totally unpaid, but they provided us with a dormitory where we could live, and also at the end of the internship we had like a coding competition, like project competition, case competitions, yeah. And our team won there the first place, so we got paid for that a little bit.
Very good. Yes. So I just wanted to ask that to to show, as I said, it's okay to take unpaid job in the beginning. I think it's a common practice in our area, I would say, in Kazakhstan, at least. What about you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So oh, sorry. Yeah, you can say.
So in Kazakhstan, it is really actually it is really common in Kazakhstan that you are working unpaid work as the beginner in the field, especially in computer science. Like most of the internships I have seen are unpaid. Yeah. So it's totally okay.
Yeah, so don't feel bad if someone is now working or unpaid. It happens to every of us, I think. So what about you, Aizhan? When was your first job and how did you find it?
My first internship experience was summer internship after my freshman year. It was in the Vatandastar Fund, which is the governmental organization. It's kind of small organization and new organization, and it deals with the ethnic Kazakhs living in other countries abroad. And actually, I don't think that I have learned so many things there because firstly, I was a freshman student. I myself, from my side, didn't have so much passion and desire to learn. And on the other hand, governmental organizations are kind of not a place of so much of learning. I don't know how to say it, but they have like usual stuff to do, like writing documents, translating, and so on. And you just get used to it. There's not much things to learn, and it was unpaid. As much not much. All of the governmental organizations, they offer only not paid internships, and I think the only thing that I got so far from this internship was the understanding that I don't want to work in the governmental organizations. And I think it was major understanding for me, because after that period, I focused all my attention to corporate companies, to startups, and to UN and some kind of other organizations.
Good. Thank you for sharing that. And as you both said, you found your first job after your first year. And I wanted to ask, what do you think employers looked like in you, let's say? Because in your first year, right, you have nothing to show for except your GPA, I think, and maybe some side projects you've been working on, right? And what do you think catch the recruiters' attention about you? So, and also did they ask about your GPA? Because, you know, employers need to know that so that like, I think they can make assumptions about you, right? What about you, Assem? Like, was that in your experience?
So I think I have included my GPA when I was applying to the internship, but I'm not sure they looked really at it because I can't say it for every field, but especially in computer science, GPA is not the thing that shows your experience, like how much you are worth. The more, like, the thing that recruiters pay attention more is your experience, your side projects, how passionate you are about it. And I think what maybe caught my hiring committee on that internship was just my desire to learn. And I think it's mostly about the people who are new to the field. They especially look to ones who have like lights in their eyes. I don't know how to say it, like who are really passionate about it, who want to learn. They are hungry for like the experience, for learning new stuff. And they are really like, they're like a blank page where you can write your own story. I don't know. And they have so much potential. And I think that's the thing that maybe caught they are looking for in new buys in the field.
Good, thank you. How about you, Aizhan? What is it like in your like field?
I have really applied for so many internships and got for so many interviews, and honestly, no one ever asked about my GPA, like really no one. And I don't think that this matters a lot. I think GPA matters in academia when you apply for masters, for PhD, or I don't know, for some kind of research positions. But again, when I applied to my research position, I did not include my GPA in my CV, and my supervisor never asked for it. And as Assem said, always the important thing is your extracurricular activities like projects. And when I first applied to my first internship as a freshman, I got many volunteering experience. And not just like simple volunteering stuff at some concerts or I don't know, some kind of that stuff, but volunteering at some kind of conferences, some UN conferences, campaigns, some major related stuff, some educational fairs where you can really contribute to the betterment of community. And I think I also included as a freshman my certificates from the Coursera and some online schools like KPMG summer school, some kind of stuff. It just if you don't have any experience, you just have to show that also you are not working, you are having something, you are doing something, you are learning something, and you just have to include it in your CV.
Thank you. Yes, that's actually well said. As I have heard from both of you, employers like look for maybe soft skills, right? And maybe hard skills, like when it comes to projects. So I wanted to ask, so how did you gain these soft skills, like throughout your university life? Maybe like clubs may affect that, right? And also, how would you advise for other people to gain those soft skills? So we can start from Assem, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the first thing is like communicating with different people, and especially if you want to have a head start on your career. I think I see there are three options. First one is getting a mentor who can help you with your career and building your career. Like they would guide you, they would help you with building your CVs. They would, I don't know, tell you which club to join or not, which events are better to apply for, and so on. The second option would be like joining different clubs that are related to your path or your like major. For example, for computer science students, it's ACM club, where you can meet different like-minded people. They can guide you, they can share with you different experiences. As far as I know, I'm not in that club. Like they have different sessions where they share with each other how they study, like, I don't know, maybe different job applications that are open, different internship applications that are open, and so on. And the third option, which helped me personally, was finding just a friends with whom you are comfortable with, sharing your experience and developing together. So we would sit, have a tea, like talk about different people, successful people, and we would be like, oh my God, they're so cool, we want to be like them, and like follow every step they did. Like we would share every different sources that we could find with each other, like, hey, you know, like there is like LinkedIn, this website where you can solve different questions, different algorithmic problems, and that would help with your interviews and so on stuff. And we would we would push together each other towards our like aims and dreams and goals and stuff. So that helped me a lot. And I think like, and as you all can see, all these three options include other people helping you and you helping others. So that's why I think your like surrounding, who you surround yourself with, is very important. Yeah.
Good.
That's all I can say.
Very good advice, actually. Thank you. What about you, Aizhan?
I think any kind of change in your life, it causes improvement, like any kind of. So if you just I don't know, take some kind of courses that you think they are challenging, if you just go to the office hours of professors, if you um, um, start to be a member of some new club. In all cases, when you just volunteer, you get to know other people. You always get to communicate with them, and automatically you just improve your soft skills like communications, engaging some with other people, networking, and yeah, just do something. I don't know. It all depends on the people, like what you like. If you like some kind of just go into courses, then take some kind of communicating improvement courses. If you just like being like in a community, then go to the some clubs. And I think like if you just want to hear some specific clubs that help you improve your communication skills, some kind of presenting skills, then maybe the best options will be Toastmasters Club, which really helps you. And I can say fully that Namad Debate Club can help you in communicating, but it totally helps you to some kind of in presenting and in public speaking skills.
Good. Thank you so much. And I would also like to add for this skill thing, like, can you name maybe top 3 or top 5 soft skills that have helped you during your job, maybe during your internship, job, even? Okay, so what do you think about it, Assem? Or maybe Aizhan, if you're ready?
I can't say like top 5 or 3. But what I can say is learn how to Google for them. Like whenever I was applying for a new internship or I don't know, a job position, I would search for that company and like the soft skills that they require. So I would look for them and look for the ones that I have and try to emphasize on that based on what they like. Every company has their own values and their own like how to say like
Culture, maybe.
culture. Yeah, what they like really look for in their candidates and so on. And if you are and you have that skills in yourself, try to emphasize on that so that they will know, aha, they have read about us, they are really interested in our company, and like this person is really like can be part of our community and so on. So I can't say like exactly these 5 are can be applied everywhere, but there are some that are within you that will help with your applications. So try to look for them.
Thank you. Very good. What about you, Aizhan?
I think the most important is to be enthusiastic and to be unique. Like they probably they interview so many people, and you have to be the outstanding one. If not about your experience, then just about your personality. Like they have to remember you, I don't know, by your jokes, or you just have to be like show that you are not some kind of robot, or I don't know, some serious person. You just have to show your personality and they will remember you. And that's the first. And second is it's okay to don't have experience. It's okay to I don't know, to not know something. And if, for example, they ask you, do you know like how to code on Python, I don't know, and you will say, no, I don't know, but I will learn it, but I'm ready to learn it. I will start learning it tomorrow or today. I'm ready to do everything if you just hire me. You just have to show your patience.
Passion.
Passion, yes. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you. I think even I learned a bit more about like how to present myself. Okay, and the last question is, what are your? I know that many people don't like it when I ask it, but what's your plan after graduation? I think I know Asem's plan, but can you share like with the audience, or if you don't want to, you can just say like briefly.
I think Aizhan wants to say. Your mic is on.
Oh, I forgot to turn it off, but I can say. I think I don't have like some kind of plan for the upcoming years, but probably what I know is that I want to work, not study, and I want to work abroad, not in Kazakhstan. Yep, and I want to apply for some job positions.
Good. Very good. What about you, Assem?
The same for me. I want to work. I don't want to continue my education, let's say. And I just want to get more experience in my field. And yeah, also not in Kazakhstan. I think if you want to learn and gain more experience, it is better when out of your comfort zone. So getting out of the country and networking with different people and learning from them is the best option. So yeah, I think that's all I can say for now.
Thank you. Very good. Okay, so here I would ask you to play also one game. It's called Most Likely To. It's like a sort of giving advice for other people. Let's say, so for example, if I'm taking the class, right, I'm most likely to take this class based on maybe professor or based on the let's say, what will I learn in this course, right? Or based on what's the success rate in this club or in this course, right? So I myself would like to take, courses where I could get an easy A, right? So I just wanted to ask this from both of you. So, you could share your perspective towards this and maybe give some advice. So the first one will be, if I'm taking the class, I'm most likely to take it based on what? You can.
For me, it is professors, because like if the professor like explains good, if they grade good, like if some professors are like, I don't know, hard graders, I don't know how to say it, there is no point, I think, in proving them wrong or right. And if professor is not open-minded, there is no point in like discussing with them something. So like professor, I think, is the first thing that I would consider. And also if it is an easy A. We are all people at the end of the day.
Nice. Very good. What about you, Aizhan?
I agree with Assem. I mostly look at the professors because I really don't like when some courses are very boring and there's no discussion. Because I think for just my major PSAR, I think it's important to discuss some things because you learn a lot from discussions. We don't have like some kind of facts to learn, but PSAR is more about some debates going on always. And I mostly look at that if professors include discussions in their syllabus, if they're open for discussions and so on.
Very good. Very good. Next one is, if I'm joining a club, most likely I would join it based on Assem?
Based on my interest. Yeah, like if I am interested in that, for example, I joined CDF because I wanted to teach children, so I joined CDF for the mentoring club. I wanted to join ACM because it related my major, but I could not get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's basically if you are interested in it or if you need that, I don't know, club engagement in that club.
Yep. Very good. Good. What about you, Aizhan?
I think in most of the cases, I look at the previous events, previous experience of this club. In the case of annual lift and annual awards, I knew that these two clubs, they had very long history of great events and well-known events. So I just really wanted to be part of them.
Very good. Okay, next one. If I experience stress or burnout, I'm most likely to do what? What would you do? So we can take a moment to think about it, and whenever you're ready, you can answer it.
I would take a rest from all the studies, all the academics that are surrounding me, like do chores, I don't know, clean your room, clean your desk, and just get organized within yourself. within your thoughts. Maybe if there are some TV series that you are missing on, maybe watch them and just like get bored from the general things. Then you can like, then you will feel ready to start again. And especially, I think it is really important to start small when you are getting back on the track, because if you start with a lot of things on your to-do list, you will easily get overwhelmed, and you will get back on that burnt out state. So it is really important to start small and just incorporate it in your daily life, just little by little.
Good, very good advice. What do you do, Aizhan, in that situations?
I totally agree with Assem, but I could add giving permission to yourself to go and have some nice, delicious food, which you were craving for, I don't know, for so long, and get to talk to your mentors, I don't know, some inspirational people, just to your friends.
Very good. I like the idea about eating some food, but sometimes it leads to the stress eat, I think, but you do what you gotta do, right? Okay, good. I think we're done with this game. And here, the next activity that I would like us to do is called I Wish. So let's pretend that you are back in your freshman year. And so here in your freshman year, what would you like to change? So you can start your sentence by saying, I wish maybe I studied more, or maybe I partied more, right? And also, what's the reasons that you wish that, and what could you do back then, would say?
I have one. I wish I attended university events more, and like, yeah, I studied less. Kind of like build, like, how to say, making more memories than going for that high GPA that nobody asks for. Like, yeah, that's my wish.
Very good. Wow, I think the first person that I've heard that said, I wish I studied less. That's very good. What about you, Aizhan?
I think the first one is I wish I could have better thought about my health. Like, I do not mean major issues, but just, I don't know, going for some walks, eating more healthier, and so on. And I had something in my mind, but I forgot.
That's okay. But you can mention it whenever when it pops back in your head. Okay. Okay, so very good wishes. And here we came to the interesting part. Here I'm gonna ask you some questions that you have to answer honestly, I would say. So for me, from the point I'm standing, you both seem very successful students, both academically and like in your, let's say, social life. And I want to know, what do you owe your success? Like, I think Assem mentioned that her friends and mentor helped her a lot, right? And other than that, like, what do you owe your success? Like, let's say, what factors, what people, maybe even?
For me, I think it is consistency. Like, it doesn't matter how long you study in a day. What matters is how consistent you are throughout the days. For example, for me, when I was preparing for interviews, I would wake up 2 or 3 hours earlier just to study for that interview, like for 3 or 4 months. And that really helped me. and I was really consistent with it, and I think that's what really made the difference at the end of the day, rather than just studying 2 hours before the interview.
Very good. Wow, that's very good answer. What about you, Aizhan?
I think in general, like community shapes people in it, and I think majorly kind of success which I have based on the university and the community that I have. Like really, if I hadn't been in this amazing university, which really gives so much opportunities for its students, and students of Nazarbayev University, they are so ambitious, and like they always do lots of stuff, and I grew from my foundation year looking at these students and having heard all these stories, and always thought that I have to push myself to be even better, to stand near these guys, and I think the community shaped all of it.
Very good. Yes, I'm also grateful for the university, because I don't know how, but it managed to, capture all the beautiful minds of our country, I think. And that's very inspiring, actually, to be a part of it. Very good. And here is another, like maybe a bit boring question, but what would you advise for other students, like to do, let's say, with their major, regardless of what years they are studying, let's say?
I think the first advice that I can give is to not be afraid of anything, like literally do not be afraid. All internships that I got, I didn't apply for some backend positions. I always got to the website of the company and got to the contacts and just emailed them. Even I had really not so much kind of a CV and on my freshman year, but I just went and applied. And again, for my research, I also just called my supervisor, asked if she needed help and so on. And I think consistency and ambitiousness, they all matter, but in the end, you just go and do everything that you do and have, and if you do not do something, then it will just pass and time will go and you can't do anything in the end. So don't listen to others or just go against yourself. If you are being lazy, just go and do something.
Very good.
And it doesn't have to be something successful. I mean, you don't have to go do research. You don't have to go to some big companies and do internship. You can start with small things. You can just do something that you like. For example, going to some kind of sports club, or going to gym, or I don't know, going to some art club if you love it, because there you get to meet people that can inspire you further, that got to be your friends. And this kind of these ties, they shape your future. They from the art club, you may meet some kind of cool guy, and then you got to do some project together maybe, and really something leads to another thing. So just start with the little things.
Nice, very good advice.
I don't know if there is more that I can add to that. I think Aizhan told everything that's necessary, really. So just do it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be the smartest there. I think it is the best if you are the dumbest one there, because you have a lot more to learn from your peers, not only from the experience that you are getting. So yeah, like just go for it. Don't be afraid, and yeah, don't be afraid to be the fullest one.
Yes, that's also a very good advice. Sometimes I just want to pretend like I'm the stupidest person in the world, and like all your insecurities just disappear with that, because you already know you're the stupidest. Like, but yeah, I think that's a very good advice. And here's another question. Maybe it's a bit personal. Just let's say, if you want to share the name, you can share it, but if you don't want to, it's okay too. So is there anyone from our university that inspires you? Maybe a graduate, or still a student in this university, or maybe even a professor?
For me, is my friend who actually made it possible for me to gain all this experience. She was the one who pushed me towards, like, she would tell me different stories of different people, and like this, there is this cool person doing that, there is this cool person doing that, and she is the one that I'm looking at like, wow, she's the coolest person doing that and this. I don't know if you know her. Do you know Aizhan?
Yes, I know her.
Yeah, she's really the coolest person I know. Maybe. And yeah, she's really inspiring.
Very good. Yes, that's very cool. What about you, Aizhan?
I think mostly I always from the foundation year looked at the Instagram account of new awards, and like they have all of the descriptions of each person which was nominated for the like man of the year, lady of the year, student of the year. And I always read that descriptions and got so inspired because they have done so many things uh, during their university years. And I think if you haven't heard about the new awards yet or haven't seen the Instagram account, then it's time for you to go and read about them.
I'm also the committee, right? Very good. Yes. Actually, yes, very good. I've never done that, but yes, I think the social media affects like the coolest people, let's say the image of the coolest people, because I also like follow many people that like let's say that inspire me, and which it's very good. And I think Assem is very lucky to have this kind of inspiring person nearby. I think you two are very good friends, and that's actually a very cool thing also. Okay. So we are getting a bit out of time, but I think like here I can ask you about your best memory in our university, whether it's academic or social, just to, let's say, look back at your university life and see, hey, I was happy there.
Taking into account that 2 years of our lives been online, I think I would say from the nearest period, it was actually some 2 weeks ago. Some girl approached me at the university atrium and said that she participated in the event of the new lift, which were organized. It was table talk, like some one-to-one expert communication, which we gave opportunity to any girls. And she participated, she won, and she had this one-to-one conversation. And she was so thankful, like literally, she just, and I was so grateful for her for approaching me and for me myself that and for my team that we organized this kind of event, and I felt so grateful. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, what about you, Assem?
I don't think I have like the one and only the happiest moment. I have been like happy throughout, but I don't know, nothing comes to my mind where I was the happiest. Maybe my internships that helped me build and get to know those different and ambitious, cool people that I know now as my friends. But one specific moment, I can't tell about anything about that.
Very good. Very good. I think I'm very happy that you have been happy throughout this university life, and it's a good thing. And I would also like to say thanks to Aizhan also for organizing this table talk, because I also participated in it and like had this mentor, and our discussion was actually very priceless, because, you know, as you said, as you both mentioned, that mentoring is very important, to look up, let's say, to maybe ask for some advice from another person. And yes, very big, huge thanks for organizing it. And so here,
Thanks for participating.
yeah, here we are actually done with all the things that I wanted to, let's say, discuss today. And that's a Q&A session. So if anyone in our audience has any question, feel free to unmute yourself and announce it. Or maybe if speakers, yeah. Okay, so Bigzat, I think, wants to ask something. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
My name is Bigzat and I'm a first year student. During the session, I had a question like, what do you do during your free time? Of course, if you have some.
Very good question. Who wants to take that?
I think for me, I don't have any specific things. It depends. If I'm tired, I just lie down and sleep. Or if I want to watch some TV series, I would do that. But if I have like the midterm like periods or final periods, I would just study. But usually I try to just do that, what comes first to my mind. Or I would just like talk with my friends, have tea with them, and like cozy discussions of different kinds. Yeah, nothing special.
Very good. What about you, Aizhan?
I think mostly I spend time with my friends, but to be honest, I don't really have many free time. I'm not saying that I have many things to do, but it's just that I'm Astana resident and living with my parents and brother, and being the only girl at my home, I cook, I clean, and at my free time from all of that, I just try to get to be with my friends.
Very good. Thank you for asking this question, Bigzat. If anybody else has any other questions. Okay, and also my question is, I think you're both kind of, let's say, doing your studies and having a job. And how do you manage your time, let's say?
I'm not currently doing any job, but I have like some offline lessons, and I usually get up like very early as I have lessons at 9 a.m. and I go to university. I do all of the lessons before 6 p.m. Like I really go to all of the office hours, all of the lessons, and do all of the assignments. Then in the evening, I have some club activities, research activities, and time with my family and friends.
Very good. I think your research counts as a job, actually. Like, no?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, good. What about you, Assem?
I think you know that I cannot manage for now. I'm not really good at managing my time, but yeah, I just go with the flow. In the past I would like make my to-do lists and so on, but for now I'm just do as it is, like do my work during the day, and in the evenings if I have some energy, I look to my deadlines and assignments that I have and try to do them. If not, I would just spend time with my friends and relax.
Very good. Okay, so here I think Begzat has another question. Is it better being organized and disciplined rather than being chaotic?
I think it depends on on the person. I have experience with being more disciplined one and chaotic one, but being chaotic gives you more fun. Like, yeah, you miss some deadlines, you miss some stuff, like, but that are all like memories and so on. But being disciplined gives you that sense of having control, everything in control. And if you are that person who has to have everything in control, being disciplined one is the best. But if you are more like adventurous one, then being chaotic is the way for you. Like just try different types and learn from them. There is no, I don't think there is like one set of rules that have to be kept to be successful. And I don't know, just learn as you do.
Very good. I think Begzat also agrees with you, because he thinks that being chaotic gives you an opportunity to be more creative and improvise. What do you think, Aizhan?
I think it really depends, again, as Assem said, on the person, and I think I can add on the priorities of the person. Like if you are being chaotic, but at the same time, in that 24 hours, you get to manage the things that are mostly important to you. Like it doesn't have to be your studies. If you maintain like GPA of 2.5 or 2, I don't know, and it's okay for you, but you get to manage like your project, which is really important for you, then like it's your priorities, and if you manage that, then it's okay. You don't have to be like fully organized and perfect.
Very good. Yes. Okay, I think that was all the questions that we had. Thank you, Begzat, for your questions, and thank you for the speakers for your time. And I personally learned a lot about each of you, and got so many advices, and I think it was, I hope it was helpful for many students. And thank you, speakers, really, for your time, and thanks for being such an amazing human beings. And keep up with your good work, and good luck on your future, in your studies maybe, or your job. And I think that's it for our session. And here one girl is asking, may I get a telegram of Assem, I think? It's telegram account of Assem. If you want to share, you can write it or just say it out loud. I think other than that, I think we are done with it. We are done with our session. So yeah, thanks for speakers for coming. And I think it would be much better if we met offline, because I personally believe that it was such a, harmonic session, and I'm just sorry that we're not together physically. But I hope it
Maybe
was okay
next
for
time.
you. Yep. So I think that's it. Thank you all for coming, and see you on other sessions of Tea with Peer Advisor.
Thank you for organizing
Thank
this
you for inviting.
event. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming
Goodbye.
and agreeing. Thank you.